Assalamu alaikum. In the interest of time, I'm going to read the page in Arabic, and then I'm going to read you the translation because I'm promoting that you will all go and get your free copy of the translated Quran from any masjid, or go to the library, or go online and just read Quran. This is from Surat Al Furqan. Now, I differ with their translation of the word Furqan. However, it comes from the root farraqa, faraqa, and it means to divide something from the other. Tafriq, racism, we call it tafriq al-unsuriya, to take one side or the other according to your race. It's a division of something. In the translated Quran that I recommend, it says it's the standard. That's not the correct translation. But no matter, let's not go into details right now. I will read you the page, and then I will read from their translation. And anything that differs, I will tell you. That's what I want you to be able to do one day. Because that's why the Quran is only Arabic. It should be just Arabic, and Allah gives Arabic to whom He will, according to the light in the heart and according to how much they really want it and believe in it. Okay, let's start. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت من اتخذ إلهه هواه أفأنت تكون عليه وقيلا أم تحسبوا أن أكثرهم يسمعون أو يعقلون إن هم إلا كالأنعام بل هم أضل سبيلا ألم تر إلى ربك كيف مد الظل ولو شاء لجعله ساكنا ثم جعلنا الشمس عليه دليلا ثم قبضناه إلينا قبضا يسيرا وهو الذي جعل لكم الليل لباسا والنوم سباتا وجعل النهار نشورا وهو الذي أرسل الرياح بشرا بين يدي رحمته وأنزلنا من السماء ماء طهورا لنحيي به بلدة ميتا ونسقيه مما خلقنا أنعاما وأناسيا كثيرا ولقد صرفنا بينهم ليذكروا فأبى أكثر الناس إلا كفورا ولو شئنا لبعثنا في كل قرية نذيرا فلا تطع الكافرين وجاهدهم به جهادا كبيرا وهو الذي مرج البحرين هذا عذب فرات وهذا ملح أجاج وجعل بينهما برزخا وهجرا مهجورا وهو الذي خلق من الماء بشرا فجعله نسبا وسحرا وكان ربك قديرا ويعبدون من دون الله ما لا ينفعهم ولا يضرهم وكان الكافر على ربه ظهيرا. I chose this page because whenever I'm reading Quran every day, I always say, oh, this is the page. This is the page for my channel. And there's so many pages. Sometimes it'll only be a line or two, but this page I felt was really an amazing page. It begins on the Arabic Quran, page 363, but there's only one line at the bottom. And then you have to go over to page 364 if anyone is interested in reviewing this in Arabic. But now it's the time. for the converts and for those who don't know Arabic to understand what that page means. 5 minutes. Oh, good. I might just make it this time according to what I promise I'll always do is 10 minutes. I really want to stick to it, but sometimes. Okay. Have you seen the one who has taken their own desires for their God? Will you then be a keeper over them? Or do you think that most of them listen or understand? They are only like cattle. No, more than that. They are astray from the right way. Have you not seen how your Lord extends the shade? He could have simply made it remain still if he so willed. Then we made the sun its guide, causing the shade to retreat gradually. Now here, they're speaking of the word dil. Dil is usually used as a shadow. However, it means darkness. So in this, we're referencing the fact that you get the dil at night, and then you get the light every single day. It never fails. And Allah said if he wants to, he can just make it never light. There are some parts of Scandinavia that have an issue with this, but anyway. He is the one who has made the night for you as a cover, and made sleep for resting, and the day for rising. Now, when you hear this, the day for rising, that just doesn't mean just getting up out of bed. It means to go about and seek your livelihood, because that's in another verse where it's described ma'ashan, nahari ma'ashan, that's another verse, which means to get up and get moving and go out and seek your sustenance. If you're a man, you're going to go to work, and if you're a woman, inshallah, you'll take excellent care of your home and family, and don't belittle that, and don't think that's less, please. I've done both. It is in no way less, but Allah is fair, so he will give you, men and women, equal chores that are equally respected and ordained, actually. It's better for women to be staying home. It's not forbidden to leave. It's not forbidden to work. But it's better to care for your family at home. But that being said, you have to go out and have friends. You have to have hobbies. You have to do things. So don't copy what some Arabs try to enforce. It's not correct. And Pakistanis too. So many women can't even leave or open the door. Now let us continue. And he is the one who sends the winds, ushering in his mercy. And we send down pure rain from the sky, giving life to a lifeless land, and providing water to countless animals and humans of our own creation. That doesn't mean that, you see, this is very important for you, and I know it's difficult, and I'll do what I can for you. In this one verse, Allah is being referred to as the third person, and he is the one. We're talking about him. So here, he is used as a subject. And then, and we send down pure rain from the sky. Here, Allah is referring to himself as the first person plural. If you know English grammar, I, you, he, she, it. We, you, they. They don't teach this anymore. That's why it's good you have an elder teaching you. Quite elder. Very elder. People get bothered by this. Now here, going on in the same verse, countless animals and humans of our own creation. Well, now he's referring to himself. Once again, our. Now that's a plural. Wait a minute. Our own creation. When you're reading it like this, you think it's referring to us. Did I create animals? No. Now this subject is extremely complex. No matter, don't worry about it. I'm going to cut to the chase for you. Allah does this for reasons only he knows. Trust me, nobody really knows. Theories have been brought forward by scholars. I can only speak for Egypt, but I've read some things on YouTube. Allah wants to prove His majesty, that He can talk about Himself in any way. Now, some folks will say it's the royal we. Like when the king would make a proclamation, he would say, we on this day at so forth date and place, and then he'll give his decision. And he'll call it we, meaning all the people listening and himself accept this to be true. So that's pretty logical. We can handle that. Then, when it refers to He, it's as though He wants us to be speaking about Allah, perhaps. But then that's a little bit more difficult. No matter. It's not the point now. It is all Allah talking to you through the revelation given to Prophet Muhammad. Don't worry about it. Now, we certainly disperse it among them. You see, the we and the them again, meaning the words. So that they may be mindful, but most people persist in ungratefulness. Had He willed, we could have easily sent a warner to every society. So do not yield to the disbelievers, but strive diligently against them with this Quran. With the Quran. Not with your own opinion. And the word is yujahid, jihad. That's the word. Yujahidu. Strive diligently. Now, jihad doesn't mean kill. It doesn't even mean fight. Jihad means exert the utmost effort possible to the point of really like exhaustion, like never stop, never quit, never give up. And He is the one who merges the two bodies of water, one fresh and palatable, the other salty and bitter, placing between them a barrier that they cannot cross. Now, this is called the barzakh. And the barrier between the salty water and the fresh water is real. If you don't believe me, go on Google and you're going to find many instances all over the world. It's not just one place where salt and seawater don't mix, and they never will mix. Miracle, Quranic miracle. And He is the one who creates human beings from a humble liquid and then establishes it for them bonds of kinship and marriage. For your Lord is most capable. Now, this is very interesting because in some translations it will say a despised liquid. And then recently, and you can say the past 50 years, scholars have said, well, what do you mean He's creating it from sperm? What's with the egg? I mean, don't say it's just the male. Women have to have the egg and they have to go together and you're ignoring women and so forth and so on. The point here is, Allah says establishes for them bonds of kinship and marriage. These are two different words in Arabic. So you have your relatives and you also have those you chose to marry. And the emphasis here is on the sperm. Why? Because now we've discovered it's the sperm. I don't want to use the word XY chromosomes because I don't really believe in all those terminologies. Let's just say it is a fact that the sex of the baby is determined by the male's whatever that comes in the sperm. So now, centuries have blamed women. Oh, well, you can't give me a son, so I'm going to marry another one. And they keep marrying and they never get a son because Allah, He doesn't like their vanity, by the way. Another thing is, oh, you can't get pregnant? Oh, you're no good. I'll dump you and I'll get another wife. Well, I know people that have gone through many different wives. And guess what? They'll never say, oh, it's your fault. Well, we don't say it's your fault. But you know, this thing of, oh, whose fault is it? Is she sterile? Is she infertile? And you know all these words. Well, Allah didn't decree that for you. So you're going to have to submit until maybe He changes His mind. Well, I shouldn't say changes His mind. Until Allah decrees. Okay? And the end of that verse says, for your Lord is most capable. And now the end. Yet they worship besides Allah what can neither benefit them nor harm them. And the disbeliever always collaborates against their Lord. And we have sent you only as a deliverer of good news and a warner. Say, I do not ask you for any reward for this message, but whoever wishes, let them pursue the way to their Lord. Put your trust in the ever-living who never dies, and glorify his praises. Sufficient is he, as he is all aware of the sins of his servants. I'd love to go on. This is just so beautiful. I mean, if you could just hear. Free in any and every Islamic center. No excuse anymore. Pick it up and read it, even if it's only a page a day, even if it's only half a page a day. You see what I've done? It's 15 minutes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.